So let me say, this is what it looked like when I finished the first time. I had to redo it with some more stuff. Customer wanted to bang. Lance, and welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the channel. So we got this nice 2024 Chevy Tahoe working on. This is brand new. This car is beautiful. It's got black, looks like 24-inch wheels on it, like with some Lexonic tires. It's got a black on black interior. It has Bose. Like I said, it's black on black, which is really dirty. And it's got Bose. We've already taken the car apart just to confirm what's in here physically. So it has the 6x9 like you'll find in most GM vehicles. It'll have the dash for Midler in the dash. This one does not have a center channel. And then it has a 6.5 in the rear. And one thing that was really unique that I saw on this truck is that it actually has foam in the actual door panel now to reduce the resonance in the door. So that's really nice. Takes a little bit of sound deadening away from the car, which is kind of nice. And then we have back here, we have where the factory amp is. So literally, I'm gonna take this amp apart. I should say I'm gonna take this truck apart first, like I did with the driver's door and the passenger rear door, and figure out what's gonna go in here. And then we're gonna literally, put the amp, put an Audison 8-channel amplifiers on the rears, the doors, and everything else. And this car doesn't have a center. Then we're gonna run a down-firing 12-inch box with an epicenter. So just stay tuned. Be along for the ride. So I'll get it apart and I'll show you what it looks like apart. So I ran a 1-eye cable through the bottom of the car, alongside the passenger side, all the way to the back, as you can see here. Then I moved on to the door panels, and as you can see, we've taken the splash guard off. It looks very simple. There's nothing complicated. It also has the very cheap Bose speaker that comes with it. Then I sound deadened it. Looks good from there. Put the back rear speaker in, point source, Hertz. Then I moved on to the front, and this is what the front looks like. It's very similar to a truck, so they're identical. Bam, door panel's back on. All the, what is it, 5 screws back in it. Speakers right there. You can probably see it if you can see the silver in there. It's ready to go. So now we got all the stuff back together. Now we gotta do the bass knob and the epicenter knob. Fun. And that's gonna wind up, honestly, it's gonna physically, well, I'm hoping that I can actually put it right here, put both of them right here in that location, and then run all the wires back to the back. And then once I do that, I can put this whole car back together and I can get to the actual good stuff. So hopefully we'll get there. You should get there. It's just a matter of time. Peace. So we got the wires around here, all zip tied, all really good looking wiring. Now we can put this back panel back in. You can see the zip ties. It's done really well. So I got to put all this back together, and hopefully you get to work on the amp rack tomorrow or later on today. Either way. From that point, we started moving on to the front of the car. We got the bass knob mounted and the epicenter mounted. Then we started to do equalization to get it where we wanted to. So here's some of the things I've done. Now, this isn't the end-all be-all results. It just shows you where I did some equalization on the tweeter, the mid, front and rear, left and right, and actually rear midlers, because he actually had a set of rear midlers in this vehicle. The actual equalization turned out really nicely, and I still have to go back and do salt and pepper on the system when I get inside of it. That way I figure out what really makes sense in the long run, and it sounds the best when we're done. All right, so let's wrap this Tahoe up. So it's a 2024 Tahoe, black on black, beautiful spec the way it's set up. The way this truck is set up, and I might explain it earlier, but I'll go over it one more time. This car has a Bose amplifier. It has a Bose subwoofer underneath the center console. It had the 3-inch or the midler, 2-inch, half-inch midlers in the dash, the 6x9 woofers in the floor and the doors, a pair of 6.5s in the rear, and the 2-inch midlers in the rear. Now, the way this car is physically been wired from the factory is the midlers in the dash are independent like usual. There is absolutely 0 all-pass filters in this vehicle, so you can actually do a straight input from the standpoints of from a DSP into the amplifier. No big deal. You just have to blend them together and work with it and make it sound like it should. The rear speakers and the rear speakers were tied together, which may explain why the car doesn't always sound good. Now, they did cap the rear speakers, but there is some time alignment in the factory amplifier that delays the system the way it works. And I'm assuming the delay is based off the rear doors and the dash and the middlers, and there's no delay on sub because it's up front. So the way I wired it physically was obviously middlers, like I said before, to the doors, ran them in parallel. I wouldn't say parallel, but I summed it together through the DSP, grabbed the rear channels, and then I grabbed the sub. Now, the weird thing about this truck is that the woofer, if you get to a certain point in this car, unlike most GM cars in the past, it would just roll off and the bass would just not make any more bass. Now, either GM has made a running change, or they decided that they're not going to let people break stuff. So what they literally did was, after 3/4 of volume, instead of it just rolling off, it just stops. And then it goes away and comes back and goes away and comes back. And I'm assuming that just prevents you from blowing the physical woofer. So that sucks, because if you don't know what is coming, you won't see it. So the best way to solve that, what I found, and I called a couple different guys to follow up to see why, if I was really not seeing it correctly, and they said, yeah, they've seen that in some of the trucks and some of the Tahoes. And the way I solved it is, it doesn't shut off until it gets to a certain volume point. So now I have to give it more juice on the front end and let the customer know on the back end that, hey, if you get to this certain point on your volume, it should be loud. And only other problem you're gonna run into is that when you get to that point, the bass is gonna vanish. There's nothing you can do with it. So I'm either giving you more bass in the front end, and you could adjust it with the bass knob, which I highly suggest. In this car, it has a bass knob and an epicenter. So I think we're gonna solve it. All we gotta do is just fine tune with the customer, and this car is a wrap. I do like the truck. I do like the setup. From the standpoints of the look of it physically, it'd be nice to do another one just like it, or something similar, and maybe a different setup, maybe a little bit more expensive, but we'll figure it out. So it's looking good. It's a wrap, and we're done. See you in the next one. And nope, we're not done. Let me explain. The customer wanted more power, so we added another little 4-channel. So we have 2 channels for the tweeters, 2 channels for the middlers in the back, bridge 2 channels to the doors, and use the other 4 channel to run to the front doors. And that got the system dialed the way the customer wanted to. So your system's never done until it's done.